and that are past, and also to them which are to come, and that's us. But that mercy is not forever. It's not forever. That's why people think they can do whatever they want to do, and most are going to continue to have mercy on you. No. Like the boy, he was a man, he was picking up sticks. Every Sabbath he was doing the same thing. He didn't honor the Sabbath. That's why Moses said, put him to death. To take away wickedness from Israel. So if you're an example, everybody will be just like you. Everybody think about themselves right now. Everybody will be just like you. You have the opportunity to go to the Sabbath, or be at the Sabbath, or be here on the conference, whatever it means it is that we can come together and gather ourselves together. But you have other things you do. And it's not being in this word. From the Sabbath beginning in the evening to the evening of the next day, the end of the Sabbath. You're not in this word, you're doing other things, so that's being put in the books against you. Every single time. So when the books are open, it's like, okay, well, I was in it a few years ago, but now, you know, I seem to be doing the things that the world does. So now the judge is going to be, well, I'm going to do like I said I'm going to do. And put you in torment and cast you into the lake of fire. But if you don't think about it like that, it's going to be too late. Once the judgment comes, there'll be those that's rewarded, and those that the judgment is going to come and going to be cast into the lake of fire. Because you work, hopefully you're working to have your name written in the book of life. Everything else is insignificant. As an Israelite, if your name's not going to be written in the book of life, what's the point? You might as well go and live it up and do whatever you're going to do. If you cast it like fire, that's where you headed anyway. Can't be high-minded. Who knows that they're going to make it to the kingdom? They guarantee that name is written in the book of life. None of us. That's why we got to work. We got to do our best to please the Most High. Look, for if he shall not multiply his mercies, this in the future, when Ezra is talking, the world will not continue with them that inherit therein. Would be no more. And he pardoned it. For if he did not sow of his goodness, that they which have committed iniquities might be eased of them, the 10,000 part of men should not remain living. 10,000. 10,000 part of men should not remain living. And being judged, if he should not forgive them that are cured with his word, and put out a multitude of contentions, the people that go back and forth all the time with each other, there should be very few left. For adventure means perhaps in an innumerable multitude. Very few out of an innumerable multitude. You say one who was in the stars in the sky and the sand in the sea. So be very few left. Perhaps in an innumerable multitude. Second 81. And he answered me and said, the Most High have made this world for many, but the world to come for few. See? The world to come for few. Verse 3. There be many created, but few shall be saved. So many people are created, but few shall be saved. So Einstein says, swallow them down, O my soul, understanding, and devour wisdom. Yes, give it to him. He was asking. Going back to Wisdom of Solomon, 3rd chapter. Wisdom of Solomon 3:1. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High, and there shall no torment touch them. Go to Revelations. Revelations 20. And verse 12. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before the Most High, and the books were open. And another book was open, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books, according to their works, according to what you have done in following the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments, and these mortal bodies. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them. And they were judged every man according to their works. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life, not in these books, so these books are created to record everything that we do. But there's another book, the main book, the book of life. That's why it says in 15, whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. Come on now. Don't play the Most High short. Because he's not short. Hebrews 12:29. For our power is a consuming fire. Consuming fire. That's why I say Allah is there to fan them flames away from us. Don't get them twisted, man. He said he's going to catch you through the lake of fire. Most High been warning us. It's just who's hearing. Who really afraid of the Most High? Who really believe in what he says he's going to do? You better take heed, people. It's very, very important that you see what he's saying. Look, Ezekiel 22 and 21. Look at verse 20 first. Ezekiel 22 and 20. As they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace to blow the fire upon it, that makes it really hot. To melt it, so will I gather you in my anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you. Ain't something I'm just waking up. He's a consuming fire, so I'm going to leave you there and melt you. He's going to make that fire so hot, you know, when you blow on the fire, that makes it hotter and hotter and hotter. So I'm going to leave you there and melt you. Yeah, I will gather you and blow upon you in the fire of my wrath, and you shall be melted in the midst thereof. As silver is melted in the midst of a furnace, so shall ye be melted in the midst thereof. And ye shall know that I, the Most High, have poured out my fury upon you. This is what we serve. See, I want to make up this fantasy power, thinking that he won't. So it's going to be, that's why Masha Shai said many times, it's going to be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Ezekiel 20 and 33. As I live, said the Most High, why Mashiach Yahushua, because Most High and Mashiach Yahushua agree as one. You're not going to run from the Most High to a Mashiach Yahushua. It said in John 10 and 30, I and my Father are one. And he do the things that we see the Most High do. Just what the Most High say he gonna do, that's what he gonna do. And he say the things that the Most High say, because he's the word of the Most High. Ezekiel 20:33, as I live, said the Most High power, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, surely with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm, and with fury poured out will I rule over you. And I will bring you out from the people, and will gather you out of the countries wherein ye are scattered, with a mighty hand, Mashiach Tahoshah, and with a stretched out arm, and with fury poured out. That don't sound like no love, people. See, I will bring you into the wilderness of the people, and there will I plead with you face to face. He's going to deal with you. All of us, face to face. Like I plead with your fathers in the wilderness of the land of Egypt, so will I plead with you, said the Most High power. And I will cause you to pass under the rod. You're going to judge by that law. And I will bring you into the bond of the covenant. What's the covenant? Contract agreement that the Most High made with the children of Israel. Made with Abraham, passed it down to his son Isaac, passed it down to his son Jacob. And Jacob, who was the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel, passed it down to the 12 tribes of Israel, who we are. That's who the covenant is with. And no one else. See, that's why people, they go to church. And the pastors done led our people in the wrong, I might say with the wrong understanding, saying that all nations is part of the covenant. That's a lie. Prove that real fast. This covenant is only to the 12 tribes of Israel, the northern tribes and the southern tribes. Point blank. You can't get no other nation, and these nations are named by the Most High. They have a name that the Most High gave them, that they fit into. Does everybody either come from Shem, Ham, or Japheth? Esau tried to tell a lie like he came from Japheth, he came from Shem. But look here. Let's see what this covenant. He said, and I will bring you into the bond of the covenant. That's Exodus 20 and 37. He's going to bring us into the bond of the covenant. So who's the covenant with? Let's look at Jeremiah 31 and 31. Behold, the days come, said the Most High, that I will make a new covenant, a new contract, a new agreement with the house of Israel, which represents the northern 10 tribes, or 9.5 tribes, and with the house of Judah, which means the southern tribes. That's what the covenant going to be with. It said, not according to the covenant I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, he just talked to us about. Which by the covenant they break. We broke the laws of the Most High. Although I was a husband and husband unto them, said the Most High. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. After those days, said the Most High, I will put my law, not religion, but I will put my law in their inward parts. In their inward parts. This who the Most High gonna plead with face to face for that judgment in the wilderness. Shall I put my law in their inward parts and write it in their hearts, in our minds, in spirits, and will be their power, and they shall be my people. And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, know the Most High, power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. For they shall all know me, he said, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, said the Most High. For I will forgive their iniquity, and I will remember their sin no more. That's why I go back to Ezekiel before we're going to go to Hebrews 8 and 8. So you see the same thing is right here in the New Testament. Because that's all they had to go by was the New Testament, the Old Testament. Hebrews 8 and 8. Same thing, for finding fault with them because we ain't followed the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High. Israelites didn't. He said, behold, the days come, said the Most High, when I will make a new covenant, a new contract, a new agreement with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Same thing we just read. In Jeremiah 31 down, it said, not according to the the covenant I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continued not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, said the Most High. For this is the covenant I will make with the house of Israel after those days, said the Most High. I will put my laws into their mind. Who is this? The 12 tribes of Israel. And write them in their hearts. And I will be to them a power, and they shall be to me a people. And they shall not teach every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, know the Most High, power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. For all shall know me, from the least to the greatest. For I will be merciful to their unrighteousness, and their sins and their iniquities will I remember no more. In that he says, a new covenant he hath made the first old. Now that was decayed, the righteous old is ready to vanish away, because the Mashiach HaShai going to show us how to understand without a shadow of a doubt the Most High for 1,000 years. That's why you got to know, teach your Lord the Most High, because everybody going from the least to the greatest, from the greatest to the least. Everybody going to know the Most High, because he can be all in all. That's what this is all about anyway, that he can be all in all. But here we are caught up so much into yourself because you're so selfish. But it's about the Most High. And any way that the Most High can be glorified in Mashiach HaShai, you think about that? No, but it's here. Because he keeps saying, do this for me. Look at the Sabbath. Look over the Sabbath. Everybody here like you're doing something big. Isaiah 58:13. 14. If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day, not ours, it say, it's his holy day, and call the Sabbath a delight, the holy of the Most High, and the Mashiach HaShai, not ours. So if it's his day and you're not honoring his day, then how do you think you're righteous? When you're doing it, says, if thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure, whatever you desire to do, whether it's pleasure, and you're going to get pleasure in making money, get pleasure in that. Because you're going to do something with it, be able to do something with it. Or you're not supposed to have sex. That's pleasure. I mean, Solomon talked about that. You know, Solomon had 1,000 women, so you know about some pleasure. Have 1,000 women. He talked about that in go to Wisdom of Solomon, the 7th chapter. And he said, I'll just read verse 1 and 2. This is right here. It says, I myself also am a mortal man, like to all, and the offspring of him that was first made of the earth. Talking about Adam. And in my mother's womb, listen to this very closely. And in my mother's womb was fashioned to be flesh in the time of 10 months, being compacted in blood of the seed of man. That means the copulation of man, the sperm of man. And the pleasure that came with sleep. Sleep with somebody. Pleasure that comes with having sex. So, when the Most High said, and I mean, what is it that is so hard unless you're just so lustful that you can't give him this day? That's why the Most High is going to rain down upon them that don't really love him. You love yourself. You love yourself in doing the things that you want to do more so than loving him. That's what it says. And you can't tell me any way that you are not doing what I just say you're doing, because I'm going to tell you, say, if thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure, your pleasure on my holy day, not your holy day. It says it's the Most High's holy day. And